Hello and welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. Today's lesson is going to be a guitar arrangement of Thunder Road from the live 1975-25 box set. Thanks very much to subscribe star David Puinellas for the request. Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. So now what we're going to do is go through all the individual parts. Obviously bear in mind that the original was done on piano, vocals, harmonica. I've aimed to kind of get the main gist and feel of what's going on in the original. So first thing to remember is you've got capo fret 3 and it's in the key of F major, and it's quite a slow song, about 60 BPM, kind of speeds up, slows down a little bit. Before we go on to the first part of the intro, I'll put the song structure up on the screen now. And basically that will help you kind of just piece everything together. Okay, so let's take a look at the intro. Okay, so we're going to start off. I'm finger picking this, but you can more than welcome. I don't really do that much finger picking myself, so you're more than welcome to use a pick and just sort of change it up to suit your style of playing as well. So we start with an A6, so bar the 2nd fret, so one and then the 2nd fret D, then 2nd fret G. Other people have different ways of doing finger picking as well. 1 and 2 E and then this. I'm picking the middle 4 strings here, A5 power chord. And then I'm hitting the D string. So the way the finger picking works, I like to do it is I'm kind of assigning groups of fingers to each of the chords to make it kind of more manageable. Okay, so 1 and 2 E and 3 and then top 3 strings here, G, B and E, like that. So 2 2 2 and then your little finger on the 5th fret of the high E, that bar again. And then G major 7, I'm using my thumb here. It's quite cool, this bit. So first finger 2nd fret E, middle finger 3rd fret B, 3rd finger 4th fret G. Again, all these numbers correspond to the frets after the capo has been put on. So you've got these 3, so I'm doing thumb here and then 1st, 2nd, 3rd here. 1 E and then take your 1st finger off. 1 E and. So the and, I'm doing the thumb there. 1 E and. Take your 1st finger off. 1 E and 2 and so and then 3 and then you've got this kind of semi-quaver here, 32nd note, quite cool. Pull off 3 to 2 on the B, then 1st finger or thumb if you want to do on the 4th fret G. Some triplet 8th notes here, so 1 triplets, 4 2 3. So this 2nd bar again, 1 2 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. Okay, then B minor, the next bar. Love this bit as well. So B minor, but with your little finger, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm picking thumb first. You see, I'm reassigning my fingers here. So thumb on the A, 1st finger on the D, little 3rd finger on the B. Those 3 together, and then a pull off, 3 to 2 on the B, and then 1st finger, 2nd fret A, 3rd finger, 4th fret D, middle finger, 3rd fret B. It's kind of like a B minor shape there. And the D string. And then do a run from A to B with your little finger on now, which is basically a B minor shape. Then take your middle finger off, then 2nd fret B, and then D and G. So again, it's completely my own version. Hopefully you enjoy it. There'll be lots of ways. Again, you can use the song structure and do something strumming, or simplify it if you don't want to play it like this. That's bar 3. Then A sus, kind of an A sus 2 to start with. Middle finger 2nd fret D, 3rd finger 2nd fret G. 1 and so again I'm assigning middle 4 strings there. 1 and 2 E and I'm putting my little finger on to make a full A chord, and then D and G, open A, and then D, G and B. So that bar slowly. 1 and 2 E and 3 and So let's play those first 4 bars, okay, which is kind of like the prequel extra piano bit, okay. Cool, and then obviously come in with the harmonica. I did get a harmonica literally yesterday. I played around with it a little bit so you can hear a bit of that. So I'm kind of sort of winging it a little bit with the harmonica, but I thought, why not? So this is where the harmonica comes in, and obviously in the outro it comes back in again. So you've got D, basically what's actually happening is the capo is an F, but you've got to call it a D because of the capo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So here we've got this main kind of picking pattern with the D. So 1 and 2, 2 E and. Middle 4 strings, 1, then A and D, G and B together, then the A, and then the B and the E together. Sounds quite nice. You've got 1 and 2 E and. Then B minor. So that's, where are we? So 9, 7, 7, 7. 1, and then put your little finger 10th fret B. So it's going to go G and B strings together, 10, 7, 10, 7, 7, back to 10, 7, 10. Then hit the D string, and then hit those 3. Yeah, so it sounds quite cool. 1 and 2 E and, or like that, doesn't really matter at the end. So that bar again, 1 and 2 E and, 1 and 2 E and, back to the D bit again, 1 and, now this last bit is in a part of a triplet, 1, 2, 3, okay, so G and B, B and E, G and B, and then this bit here, I play it first, second and third, or thumb. A lot of people use the thumb a lot more than I do, I think. Okay, so you've got 4, 3, 3 there, which is kind of this kind of G triad, and then little finger big stretch to the big stretch to the 7th fret. So it's 4, 7, 4, 3, 4, 5. So this bar again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool, next bar, 1 and 2 E and, which is the same as the first bar in this kind of section. This is kind of like an F sharp minor 7 kind of. I like this bit. So first finger 4th fret D, middle finger and third fingers on the 5th fret of the B and the E strings. And then the little finger is on the 7th fret, the high E. So you're going to go 3, and then take your little finger off, play the B and E strings, then play the B, and then play the D, B and E again, then the D string, okay? This bar again, play it nice and slowly. 1 and 2 E and, 3 and 4 and then the next bit, 1 E and so first finger kind of bar the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and then third finger 7th fret G, little finger 7th fret high E. Okay, so 1 E, then take the little finger off. So I'm playing D, G and E there, then the D, then take your little finger off and playing G and E, then put your little finger on 7th fret B, so that's the G and the B strings. Okay, so 1 and 1 E and 2, so that's 7 and 5 there, 2 E and. There's a lot of stuff going on here because it's almost like you're doing rhythm and lead together, so bear with it. It took me quite a while to kind of work out a suitable arrangement. 1 E and 2 E and. Do that again, nice and slowly. 1 E and 2 E and And the kind of same rhythm here with a 9 chord. 7, 6, 5, 7, 1 E, take a little finger off, just do those 3 strings there, little finger 7th fret B, then back to those 3, then back to the D string, and put your little finger on. So that bar again, 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and. Okay, so that's the harmonica bit. So when I was practicing this, because I'm not used to finger picking that much myself, I spent a lot of time on the first 8 bars. Still made a few mistakes, but hopefully the tab helps. So you've got this, I'll just go through. So this is kind of the second 4 bars of the intro, okay, before he starts singing. So you've got this. So 1 and a 2 E and 3 and a 4 E and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and, because you can hear that kind of famous melody, 1 and a 2 E and 3, oops, 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and. So again, it's quite nice. So the idea is you can hear that kind of, that main kind of piano riff there. It sounds awesome. Cool. And now we're into the verse. So we've got a lot of repeating parts, which is great. So you've got this D major, and this is my suggested picking pattern. Again, feel free to do your own and just take the chords if you want, and just come up with something yourself. So 1 E and a 2 E and a. So it's quite a nice picking pattern. So thumb first, second, third with the D chord, technically F because of the capo, we're calling it D. 1 E and a 2 E and a. So I'm hitting on the, I'm going a thumb there, third there, thumb first, second, third, assigned to the strings, thumb and third finger playing, so it's the A string and the B string together, 1 E and a 2 E and a. So da 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 da, and do the same thing now, but with an A chord. Yeah. So I'm just doing now, just going E, A, D, G. Let's get using that picking pattern. Will sound nice. Oh no, sorry, I'm going D first, G major, and then I'm going third finger B with the E, then the G, and the D, and then that's my G kind of picking pattern. Okay, so 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, so imagine it's a G bar chord, bar the 3rd fret, middle finger 4th fret G, 3rd finger 5th fret A, little finger 5th fret D. Okay, so that's the first bar, the first verse. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, and then it kind of goes back and forth between D, A, D, A. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, and then back to the standard D pattern that we've just done in the first bar of the verse. A major. Okay, so that's bar in 5th fret. Again, standard bar chord shape. Then G add 9. One of my favourite chords, and Bruce loves this chord, so I thought I'd put it in there. So, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, low E, or even your middle finger, first and middle, doesn't matter too much. Middle finger, 2nd fret G, and you're picking thumb, and then your 3rd finger to start with is going to do this. So B, G, D in terms of the strings. Sounds nice. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And every time you and kind of the 1, 2, 3. Just again, pay attention to when I'm using that bass string. And then you got normal G with that chord picking pattern that we had in bar 1. A major, D major, G major. Cool, and then we can do G major, D major. Now, A sus4, I'm playing it like this, arcing my first finger so I'm not blocking the high E string. So I'm going A sus4, which is 0, 2, 2, 3, 0 in terms of frets, 1 E and then, so I'm going middle 4 strings to start with, B with the open A string, and the D string, and then A and high E strings, and then B, G, then B and A together, and then G. So 1 E and A, 2 E and A, and then A major, same picking pattern, kind of, but just middle 4 strings. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. Cool, and that's the first verse. So I'll play that nice and slowly. There's a lot going on here. Just wanted to get something that sounded quite nice. Okay, so D major, G major, D, A, D, A, D, A, G for a whole bar, and then normal G, A, D, G, and then G, D, A sus4, A. Sounds quite nice. Cool, so then we've got the second and third verses. The fourth verse starts off the same as these two, okay? So, again, feel free to mix it up. Cool, so let's just go through the second and third verses. We've got the D again, G as before, and here so it's just doing a D and then a D sus4. It's just putting your little finger, same picking pattern, just putting your little finger on the 8th fret. So 1 E and A, 2 E and A, then take it off. 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Just sounds quite cool. Then D, F sharp minor. So F sharp minor, bar the 2nd fret, and then 3rd finger, 4th fret A, little finger, 4th fret D. And I'm picking the treblier strings here, so the E, G, B, and E. And often I'm doing those kind of pedal notes throughout most of the chords and throughout most of the song. So F sharp minor, G major for a whole bar, G major, A major, D, G, G, D, and then A sus4 to A again. Sounds pretty cool, I think. And then you're into the first chorus. So just do the second and third verses all the way through. So it's D, G, D, D sus4, D, D, F sharp minor, G major, oops, G, A, D, G, G, D, A sus4 to A. Sounds quite nice, I think. Cool, so now onto the choruses. So the first and second choruses, done a slightly different picking pattern just to mix it up. Done a little bit softer as well, I think. So you can start off with a D major chord, standard open D, so 0, 2, 3, 2, standard D chord, and then go thumb, first finger, middle finger, third finger, ring finger, and back to the middle finger, first finger, then the thumb, and then the it's quite a common picking pattern. So 1 E and A, 2 E and A, okay, and then B minor 7, open B minor 7 is brilliant. So that's fretwise 2, 0, 2, 3. And don't forget all these videos, if you're on Subscribestar, you can get extra chord diagrams pop up in the corner and tabs during this breakdown section. So they're available for Bruce Legend tiers and above on subscribestar.com. Especially for a song like this, it'll be quite useful, I think. So, so D, then the B minor 7. So 2, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2, 0. Back to D, G sus2. So middle finger, 3rd fret, low E, block the A string out, open D, first finger, 2nd fret G, 3rd finger, 3rd fret B. Love that chord. Bruce loves it as well, he uses this a lot. And then back to D, F sharp minor, so F sharp minor, broken E shape, so the one we had earlier, but just on the D, G, B and E strings, so bar, 2nd fret, G, B and E, little finger or 3rd finger on the 4th fret, the D. Same picking pattern, G sus2, A sus4, and this is a slightly different pattern. I just love this chord. So I'm using my thumb, I think, twice on the A, then on the D, then I'm using my 1st finger on the G, then high E with my ring finger, and middle finger, 1st, thumb, 1st, 1 E, 1 E and 2 E and or 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 3 E and 4 E and so it's a 4-bar section for the 1st chorus, and the 2nd chorus it's just repeated twice. So let's just go through a chorus section, a whole chorus section. So D, up and down the chord, B minor 7, D, G sus2, D, G sus2, A sus4. You do that again, D, B minor 7, D, G sus2, D, F sharp minor, G sus2, A sus4. Cool, and then after that, you basically go back and do the 3rd verse, which is the same as the 2nd verse. Okay, then you do the 2nd chorus, which is the same as the 1st chorus that we've just done. Then into the middle 8 sections. This is the middle 8, so you're going to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and again, don't forget this is kind of almost pretty much my arrangement of this song. I'm sure lots of people will do it completely different, which is all good. So you're going to do D major, so this is the 1st part of the middle 8, D major, D, G, B, E, and then a pull off, put your little finger, which is like a sus4 chord, and hit it and pull off to the 2nd fret, and then open string, which is like a sus2 chord, then back to the 3rd fret B, and then E, B, G, E, B, G, D, G. So let's bar slowly, E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and G major. Started off doing this kind of picking just to get back into the swing of it. So E, A, D, G, D, A, E, A, and back to the kind of the normal picking pattern for the A. Then D to D sus4 to D again. Then we've got a B minor, okay, middle 4 strings, same picking kind of style. Okay, so that's the B minor, then G, A, G, A, then half a bar of F sharp minor, and I'm just using the B, G and E this time. I think it sounds nicer, a bit softer, rather than before we had this. Doesn't really matter which one you can use either. So F sharp minor, half a bar, B minor. You've got this cool run. Cool, so this is I think what's happening here. Again, aiming to emulate all those kind of passing chords that the piano is doing. So you're going to do thumb on the 3rd fret, the low E, then you're going to kind of assign your 1st finger to the D, middle finger to the G. So 1 E and, so E, G, D. Then hit that note again, the bass note, and then go to the 2nd fret, do the same thing. Then basically open string, and then kind of D5 power chord, 0, 2, 3, a thumb there, middle finger, 3rd fret B, 1st finger, 2nd fret G. So that bar again. Then A5. A5, 0, 2, 2, use your 1st finger to bar the D and the G strings. Classic bluesy chord. So A5, do the same thing, root note, A, then G, D, and open A again, middle finger, 3rd fret low E, and I use my thumb, kind of cheating, but Bruce does that as well, then open E. So those last two bars are a bit more slightly just unusual, but sound really nice. So G5, G5 over F sharp, G5 over E, D5, A5, A5 over G, A5 over F sharp, A5 over E. Cool, so that's the whole of the middle 8. So I'm just going to play all of that. Some great stuff in here. D, G, A, D, D sus4 to D, B minor, G, A, G, A, F sharp minor, B minor, the run, A5, A5 over G. Cool, then we've got the 4th verse, starts off very similar. The first 2 lines of the 4th verse are the same as your 2nd and 3rd, which is the D, G, D, D sus4, D, D, F sharp minor, G, G, A, D, G. This is where it changes. F sharp minor for a whole bar. Okay, and then we've got G for a whole bar. Then E minor, middle finger 2nd fret A, 3rd finger 2nd fret D. I've just whacked in an A7 sus4, which sounds cool. So 1st finger 2nd fret D, 3rd finger 3rd fret B. Again, same kind of picking pattern, middle 4 strings. Then for 1 beat, 3 E and then 3 E and 4 E and okay, and then G add 9, E minor, G sus2, A sus4, okay, and then D to D sus4. But open this time rather than there. Cool. So yeah, let's just go through the whole of the 4th verse. Where I can find it? Where is it? There we go. Okay, so yeah, so 4th verse. G, D, D sus4, D, D, F sharp minor, G, G, A, D, G, F sharp minor for a whole bar, okay, and then G for a whole bar, E minor, A7 sus4 to A, G sus2, E minor for a whole bar, G sus2, oh yeah, A sus4, D, D sus4 to D. Okay, so let's take a look at the outro sections. For this, I'm kind of doing a little bit more strumming and kind of creating almost a fake pick between my thumb and my 1st finger. So you're going to do D here, 1, and then kind of the open D string on the and of 1, 1, 2, and then 1 and then some triplet 8th notes here, so 2 and so D, D sus4, and then little finger on the 5th fret high E, 1 and 2 and then add kind of the A chord here, so it creates a nice full A chord, so 0, 2, 2, 2, 5, and then it's kind of a down, down, up, down, up, okay, so 1, 2 and 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4 E and D again, 1, 2 and so 1 and 2 and Okay, so pretty much the same as before, and then you've got this. This is what I think sounds quite close. So first finger 3rd fret B, 3rd finger 5th fret D, little finger 5th fret high E. You're going to do this, and then little finger up 2 frets, slide if you want, and then 3 5, and then little finger there. So 5 3, sorry, on the D and the G, D and the B, and then little finger 5 there. So you've got this. Okay, so second bar of the outro. 1 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D major. Start off the kind of same thing again. 1 and 2 and then go up 2 frets to an A sus2. So 7 5 7, 7 5 7, and then flatten your first finger so it plays 7 5 5. Then 7 7 on the D and the B, and then 7 5 on there. Okay, and then 5 4 5. This is bar 4. Just kind of an E minor of a G chord, and then 5 4 3. That's the rhythm there. 1 E and 2, and then go up 2 frets. 3 E and 4 and. Okay, cool. I'm going to play the first 4 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4. Okay, and basically the next bit you just do the same. First 3 bars, but then last 2 bars are different. So D, D, and then it's kind of like a running kind of walking bass line on the piano. So I've aimed to emulate that with a G sus2, which is basically 3 on the low E, 3rd fret, 2 on the G, 3rd finger, 3rd fret B, little finger, 3rd fret high E, G sus2. You can play it like that or strum it, and then do a D over G, which is basically like a D chord with your first finger and 3rd, middle finger there. You can pick it or strum this, then open high E, so it's like a D sus2 over G. And then G sus2, just 3 2 3, and then don't forget to check the tab as well. Obviously, we'll slow it right down. A sus4, A sus2, A. So that bar again, nice and slowly. G sus2, D over G, D sus2 over G, G sus2, A sus4, A sus2, A. If you picked it, you might get it a bit more pronounced. G sus2, G, D sus2 over G, G sus2, A sus4, A sus2, A, and the last bit D, 1 and this, I like this bit. Okay, so G sus2. So yeah, the last bar D, 1 and then G sus2, D over D, D sus2 G, G sus2, and then I'm kind of just doing D sus2 on the D, hammer on your middle finger. Cool, so let me just play the whole of the outro section. And again. Okay, and then it gets a lot slower here. Cool, so there are all the parts. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Obviously it's a bit of an unusual one. It's completely different to what I've done before. So yes, it's kind of my own arrangement. Hopefully if you enjoyed it. Again, feel free to make it your own as well. Any questions, comments or suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Please give it a thumb up and subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications if you haven't already. If you'd like to get any of the tabs that you see on the screen, you can get these in Guitar Pro format. These are all made in Guitar Pro or PDF format. And any backing tracks I've made nearly sort of 70 now, which is great as of making this video. So you can get them either on jsmusicschool.co.uk, head over to the shop there, you can get instant download to your computer, or sign up to a subscribe star where files are sent out to your email address on the 3rd of every month. So you can get all the different tiers there. You can get a couple of files, 3-4 files. You can even on one of the tiers you can get all the files made on YouTube for the previous month. So any questions, quite happy to answer any questions. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time. Cheers. Bye. If you'd like to get Guitar Pro files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the subscribe star page or my website jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much. See you on the next one.